Court is back in session and calls number 332-172, case style of State of Texas versus Connie Tatman. We have Ms. Tatman appearing via Zoom with her attorney, Mr. Marcus Wilkerson. Ms. Tatman, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Tatman, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tatman, you may put your hand down. Ms. Tatman, how are you doing?
All right, you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Tatman, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Marcus Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Wilkerson, do you waive a record in Ms. Tatman's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Tatman, I have before me information. This information alleges that on or about January 30th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Ms. Tatman, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Tatman, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Free.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, I'm guilty.
Okay, Ms. Tatman, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials CT that are on a line next to a box that says check guilty. Ms. Tatman, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, Ms. Tatman, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Ms. Tatman, did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, Ms. Tatman, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant on this document. Did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tatman, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Tatman, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, go over these documents with you?
Yes, he went over with.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Everything's true.
Okay, Ms. Tatman, I will, okay, State. Do we have State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. You like to offer States 1?
Yes, Judge. State offers States 1.
Any objections, Mr. Wilkerson?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Tatman, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wilkerson, you advise and counsel Ms. Tatman. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Tatman, your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tatman, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty in this case, the state's recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 60 days, and we're asking that the defendant be given credit for any time that she's legally entitled to.
Ms. Tatman, the state is offering that you serve 60 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case, Ms. Tatman, is $377. Ms. Tatman, will you be able to pay the $377?
Your Honor, Ms. Tapman is going to TDC on a felony case. I was under the impression that those court costs would be taxed and retired.
Well, just let me,
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me ask a question. Now, Ms. Tapman, would you be able to pay the $377?
No, sir.
Okay, now, Ms. Tapman, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. This document, well, this is in your file, and the judge, Judge Rod Posh, found that you did not have any income. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you have no bills, and so he found that you are indigent. Well, you met the eligibility requirements for the appointment of court-appointed attorney. The court is going to find that you are indigent, and based on that finding, you will not be required to pay the $377 because they will be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Ms. Tapman, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tapman, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Tapman, this will conclude your case. You can follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. God bless you too.
You're welcome. Thank you. And
Your Honor,
Mr.
when you get a
Wilson-
second, when you get a second, Judge, before we move on to the next case, I've got a question.
Oh, okay, hold on a minute.